When I was a little boy, I wondered what I wanted to be when I grew up. I have been fascinated by ants for as long as I can remember. I love languages, cultures, and astronomy. Oh yeah, and photography. Hey, there's my old Kodak Duoflex, my very first camera 30 years ago. And there's my best friend in the back, my Nikon. Maybe I could be a fireman, riding in a big shiny red truck. Okay, so maybe this isn't a fire truck, but it used to douse one's thirst. How about a travel agent, going to exotic locations? I cannot be a priest like my friend Monsignor Henning, because I am married with teenagers. I hear that there is a job out there that is an adventure, instilling honor, courage, and commitment. But you know, I have always dreamed of pursuing my Ph.D. And I can do that while still serving my country as I help raise up the next generation of sailors, Marines, soldiers, and airmen in the United States Naval Sea Cadet Corps. I can also continue to serve God and the Church, working in the background. Okay, so where would I go to work on my doctorate? I know! Why not someplace next to the world's largest naval base? Old Dominion University! Hey, there we go! I can go to ODU and become a Ph.D. star. I would look good as a Ph.D. star. Just check out my sporty academic bow tie. Maybe I will become famous. I can make great discoveries and name them after me. That's what being a Ph.D. is all about, right? Now that I am here, working on becoming a Ph.D. star, reality has sunk in. This ain't easy. This APA citation stuff is more stubborn than I anticipated. I am reading more journal articles than King Henry VIII had wives and girlfriends. Undergraduate study was easy in comparison. But all this study and writing bring their own rewards. I am enjoying learning about educational paradigms, theoretical orientations, and frameworks, along with critiquing the research and data crunching that has gone on before me. Compiling research means integrating previous data into new knowledge. I love finding links and causalities between data, kind of like finding treasures in the dirt. But these treasures are not meant to be kept locked up. They are meant to be shared, to further the field, to better mankind. As Ph.D. students, we're out in the field. We're searching. We're looking. We're looking for links. We're looking for information on the ends of those links. We're trying to find cause, effect. In fact, we're trying to construct knowledge. Being a Ph.D. student means getting dirty, grabbing the shovel, going out, looking for the data, looking for the causes, digging and searching. Sometimes we find, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we find old rusted cans. But then sometimes we see a path. We discover what could be a link. We follow the link. Will it lead to knowledge? Will it lead to data that leads to knowledge? Eureka! We found something. Aristotle. What did we see in Aristotle? Nicomachean Ethics. Excellent. He talks about the mean, the Aristotelian mean. Well, that's certainly a little bit of knowledge that we can put into our tool belt and use. And let's see where else it leads us. We pick up the cause. We look further. We find something else of interest. Encyclopedia of the world's warships. Wonderful illustrations in here. Japanese warships, aircraft carriers, Aristotle to warships. Let's see where else we go. We pick up the link. We look for causes. Where does it lead us? Well, look, it's a It's a glass bottle. We don't need this information. So we keep searching. And we go, oh, look! We've discovered something else. Another piece of data in the link. The General Electric Microwave Guide and Cookbook. Wonderful! Maybe we can find some good recipes in here. And old microwaves from the 1970s. And how well they worked. And how better they were. Well, that's what we used to think. So, we pick up the link again. And what do we find? Aha! Another bottle. Okay, some data we keep, some data we toss. And we keep going. Ah! I found it. Dinty more. Everyone loves Dinty more. After all the searching, discovery, and knowledge creation, there comes the writing. But first, dinner with Dinty Moore. Pass the salt. Yum! Gotta share what I have learned with the academic community and my professors. Hey, what's that with the funky keyboard layout? Why are all the vowels on the home row, and the two most used letters under the strongest fingers? Oh, I guess that makes sense. I think the paper and toner manufacturers are pretty happy with my choice of becoming a doctoral student. There are those late nights, early mornings, printing out my papers. Good thing my wife and family are supporting my efforts. A few pages is not too bad. Okay, a few more pages. I better go get some caffeine. This is going to take a while. Oh heck, caffeine ain't gonna cut it now. Digging through the dirt, data, means finding elements of theories and paradigms. Ah, I see some elements of behaviorism here. Oh, look how cute. A happy dog and small steps. What will I discover next? Keys. Rock. Cognitivism. And sometimes after we examine something, we find that we see elements of constructivism. Look, we have a little bulldozer right here and a little haul pack. I know what this is. It's like a haul pack for mining. Mining. Nevada. Sometimes the bottles we throw away are the theories and preconceived notions that are not supported by the data. Well, maybe constructivism is best left to contractors and burly men who drive big Tonka trucks. But we can take the ideas of the past, and standing on the shoulders of giants, we can better understand the world, creating new paradigms and theoretical orientations. Being a good steward of our field means passing those ideas along to the next generation, along with preserving the past. Heck, who would not want to learn about the community of marking, the latest fad in learning theories? In today's class, we're going to learn about the community of marking model. This one was created by Morrison, Lonnie, and Hood-Loxley in 2000. It is based on the three iconic sentences that all kindergartners and first graders learn. C-spot run, C-spot sniff, and C-spot mark. It is composed of three different types of presences that together form the marking experience. Let's take a brief look at each of these presences. First, we have the neighborhood park presence. This is where it begins. This provides us the structure, the setting, and the ability to build an understanding of territory. When Spot goes in to the neighborhood park presence, he sees the fire hydrant. The fire hydrant is the triggering event that eventually leads to the resolution, which is Spot's spot. When the other dogs come together in the neighborhood park, they have a sensing presence. They sense Spot's scent. It triggers an emotional expression, open communication, and group cohesion in the form of the action of the other dogs repeating spot, spot. And together, we have our marking experience. So what does it mean to be a doctoral student? Maybe it really is not about being a famous Ph.D. star. It is about serving others while being on an adventure. Instead of sailing through the seas within hulls of steel gray, I get to sail, dig, wander, sift through data, standing on the work of those who came before me, so that those who come after me can better serve mankind. In short, being a Ph.D. student is not just a job, it's an adventure. It's all about being licensed to research and helping others do their jobs better. I am privileged to be entrusted with the duties of being honorable, courageous, and committed. Oh, did I mention the adventure? Being a PhD is about the adventure, the travel, the searching, being on paths that we've never been on before, being on paths that nobody else has been on before, or traveling down a path like this that others have gone, others have searched, others have discovered, but we see something new. Maybe there's a new rock, a new formation out there, something that we can go into and search that hasn't been explored before, or we explore it in a different way. We see a different use, we see different connections, but it's very much an adventure. It's being out here in the wilderness. If we're working on science, it can be testing. If we're working in literature, it's searching through words and books, ideas and concepts. In education, we're looking for causality. We're looking for how people absorb, how they react. Being a PhD very much is a get your hands dirty, get your mind into things. Look, take apart, reflect, synthesize. It's very much an adventure. No cans of Dinty were harmed during the making of this film.